Hey guys, this is YuseiDWheeler here, and it has been a while since I posted on my own personal channel, which is, well, same old life stuff and whatnot, though. But since I have the time now, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do another Vanguard deck video, and this is an update on my Kagero standard deck for of course Vanguard. And let's get started. This is gonna be a post Psyqualia Strife set though, which I wanted to get out earlier though, but like I said, there was a lot of stuff going on though, and by the time Psyqualia Strife was coming out though, I was at Kara Expo at the time as well. But I did order a sealed case, and it got there like 2 days before the release date though, thanks you to BC Universe. Excuse me, I was taking a drink as well. So, without further ado, let's get into the deck though. So of course my starter is Lizard Runner Undu, and because since I got the whole case because I wanted like a playset of full art foil cards, and they look really nice. I just really I don't know I really like how it looks, like full art and whatnot though. So of course, other than that though, it's just the starter right on top of it, and you draw one. So not much to say there. So that's that. So now here is where my grade three and above ratios kind of like go in a different direction though, because since the new deck includes the grade 4 units, which is right here, I'm running 3 copies of Transcendence Dragon Dragonic Nouvelle Vague. And I'll explain why that I'm running 3 in a bit though, because I know most people like to run 2, which is understandable though. But in other case, so I got 2 regular VRs and 1 SVR, because again I got the case, and a case gives you at least 1 SVR of each, and I really like the SVR pattern. I mean, if possible, I want to try to get more SVRs though, but we'll see where that happens later, because I am planning on getting some of the ultra rare collection though too. But in any case, though, what Nouvelle Vague does is you Soul Blast a grade 3 or greater, and until the end of the turn, every one of your opponent's trigger effects are nullified, and this unit gets power plus 20,000 though, but at the cost of losing 1 drive, which can be can be a good setback though, but just depending on when you're using this guy, really. So this is the kind of card that you only want to use when you're really going to finish off your opponent. And also, in addition, if you or your opponent has 5 or more, well, not 5 or more, just 5 cards in the damage zone, then you retire all of your opponent's rear cards. So this is really good for like nuking their field though, and just completely wrecking their setup though. So this really hurts a lot of Axel clans too though. But this deck can really hold its own though. I'm really liking the ratio I'm using here too. So in any case though, that's 3 of him, and he's got a 15k base. That's what I also like too. So that's that. Yeah, excuse me if you hear me breathing a lot though. I think it's starting to become the season where I don't know, everyone's getting a cold though, but I did get my flu shot though. Hopefully that'll help me through like the winter. Alright, so now for grade 3s though, I'm running 6 grade 3s. I'm running 4 copies of Dragonic Overlord. This is the main unit of the deck though, and I did get one of the Q4 versus AL4 sets at Kara Expo though. Thankfully I was able to get at least one though, because there are a lot of people online who are just buying the sets though and then selling them for inflated prices though, which I have no opinion on. I don't really care. I'm just happy I got at least one of them though. So, and because I really like this art of Overlord. This whoever drew it though, props to you, man. It's really good. And of course, we all know Dragonic Overlord, but I'll just explain it again though. So basically, on Vanguard, if he hits though, then you get Counterblast 1, discard 2 cards, and stand him back up, and he loses 1 drive. So it's a pretty good pressure card, and again, this is pretty much the heart and soul of the deck. This is the guy you want to ride into the most, and that's why I'm running him at 4, which a lot of people are running him at 3, just because you can search him out though. But I don't know, I don't want to risk drawing like Waterfall in my first hand and not having an Overlord in my hand, because this is the guy you want to ride first in this deck. Though. And After playtesting it at Kara Expo, I wasn't a part of the tournament though, but I just kept playing random people. This has been working out really well. So that's for that. And my last grade 3 lineup, I run 2 Dragonic Waterfalls. I know a lot of people still want to run 4 though, but really, as powerful as this guy is, this is still one of my favorite cards though, but you do not want to be in a position where you have to ride this guy first, because all he does, just when you place him on the Vanguard circle, you just retire an opponent's grade 2 or higher. And that's that though. Because his main value is his ability to finish games though. Which is why I'm only putting him at 2. Because basically when he attacks you have to Soul Blast a grade 3 unit. And until the end of the turn he gets plus 10,000 and an extra critical, and he kind of stops your opponents from using any Sentinel units from their hand. So, with that being said, like I said, it's still one of my favorite cards, and this is still one of the ones you want to ride into like in the late game though. That way, this is a good way to like just finish your opponent and end games. But the thing is though, you don't want to ride this guy first. Like most of the games where I've had to ride him first though is games where you end up losing though, because he doesn't really do anything in the beginning game, especially when you have to ride him first. So, and because you have to ride him first though, you don't really have a grade 3 in your soul, so that's why you want to wait. That's why I chose to prioritize more copies of Overlord than that though. I mean, and normally I'd probably run like 2 copies of Nouvelle Vague though, but because of like the support I'm running, I'm choosing to run 3, which I'll get into in just a bit. But first we got the grade 2s though. I want to try not to let this video drag on too much though. So it's still the same as last time though, only with a little bit different though. I got 4 Berserk Dragons. It's basically the grade 2 you want to ride into the most, because you Counterblast and Soul Blast to 1. And you can choose an opponent's rearguard and retire it. Excuse me. And if he was placed on the Vanguard circle, you draw 1 card, so that's pretty good for the deck. And when this unit attacks the Vanguard as on a rearguard circle, if you have more rearguards than your opponent, it gains 3,000 when you attack a Vanguard, though. So that's Berserk Dragon. And then I run 4 copies of Dragon Knight Nahalim. I got the double R versions from the Psyqualia Strife set, because you know what? I like blinging out the deck. It looks really good as a foil. I kind of wish this was the foil card instead of Dragon Armored Knight. And it's basically when you call him, though, you Counterblast 1 and then retire an opponent's back row unit. And he gains 5,000 until the end of the turn. So that's that. Pretty good. It's pretty good for spot removal. And really good for taking out any like pesky boosters. Alright. And then here's my last grade 2 lineup. I got 3 copies of Nouvelle Critic Dragon, which is the support for Nouvelle Vague. Just basically, on rearguard, if his attack hits a Vanguard, then you get to search your deck and add a copy of a Nouvelle Vague to your hand. So he's also a pretty good pressure card in the event that like your opponent doesn't want you to like to search things out. So that's that. Alrighty, and for grade 1s. Grade 1s are a little bit debatable, though. I did take out Dragonic Gaius, though, because I felt like, I don't know, it's a good card, but I couldn't really have a good place to fit him in, though. So right now I'm still running 4 copies of Embodiment of Armored Bar. He's another good spot removal, though. He's kind of like the grade 1 version of Berserk Dragon, only instead just same cost, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and then choose one opponent's grade 2 or less rearguards that are in the same column as this guy, and then retire it, though. And then after that, if you have more rearguards than your opponent, then he'll gain 5,000 until the end of the turn. So that can be pretty handy. I mean, but if you want, you can also take one copy of Bar out and put in a 3rd copy of Nouvelle Roman, which I did originally though, but I'm just trying out with different things right now, and so far this is still working out just the same. And of course I got 4 copies of Flame of Hope Airmo. This is practically your draw engine and your counter charger, which actually helps the deck a lot. And it's a good 11k booster too, so that's what makes him pretty valuable. So there's that. It's just basically during your turn when you retire an opponent's rearguard by an effect, well not by an effect though, by effect or attack, then yeah, you get to retire him, draw 1, and counter charge 1. And then I got 3 copies of Lizard Soldier Raupia. This is one of your biggest beat sticks. Is every time you retire an opponent's rear guard, he gains 5,000 till the end of the turn. So, especially with Nouvelle Vague, he can get really beefy though. So this is another one of the card you want to help finish off your opponent. Alrighty. So, and then the last grade 1 units, I have 2 copies of Nouvelle Roman. Like I said, you can exchange 1 copy, run 3 bar, and then 3 of this guy, and then it'll still run just as good. But this is the another Nouvelle support. Basically, you reveal a copy of Nouvelle Vague from your hand, and then you return it to your deck, and then search your deck for Dragonic Overlord. So, this is why I run 3 Nouvelle Vague, because before, when I only ran 2, it kind of it didn't feel as consistent enough though. So that's why I choose to run 3 copies of Nouvelle Vague over 3 copies of Waterfall. So that's why I bumped Waterfall down to 2, which still works just as effectively though. But this is the big surgical. Like I said, this helps you ensure you get Dragonic Overlord to your hand first. That way you can ride Overlord and then ride Waterfall after, and then try to finish the game there. But then Nouvelle Vague's there in case like they somehow survive Waterfall, and then. But most likely, if they do, then they're not really going to get back up after that, though. So that's when you can pretty much seal the deal with Nouvelle. But, yeah, he's still an AK booster, but still pretty good. Alrighty. As for trigger lineup, my trigger lineup also changed from the last video. So I am running 6 critical. I got the full art foil in the case for each of them. I do have a playset of each, though, but like I said, I'm using a different ratio because I feel like this ratio is helping the deck a lot more at the moment, though, than the last one. So I got 4 Tars, because I like Tars design over Rakshasa. So I got the 6 critical. I'll just put you over there. And then, again, 6 draw. I got my Sentinel draws, Wyvern Guard Bari, and then Red Gem Carbuncle. Just 2 of them. Full art foil because they're nice. And then, of course, 4 heal triggers. Alrighty. Yep. There we go. And, well, I kind of put it in a mess, though, because, well, my camera has kind of a limited view. But there you go. I mean, that's my deck, my standard deck for Nouvelle Vague and Dragonic Overlord with Dragonic Waterfall. So I'm really enjoying this deck right now. This is still my favorite deck of all because, well, Kagero has always been my favorite, and I have experimented with a lot of it, though. But in any case, though, that'll be it for this video, though. Maybe next time I think I'll go into my Aquaforce standard, and we'll see where we go from there, alright? Until then, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time, alright? Take care!